Good morning, students. I hope you all are revising your lessons. Till now, we have read about the Himalayas and about the three parallel ranges of the Himalayas. Today, in this session, we will be learning about the importance of Himalayas and the life in the mountains. So, let us start reading the lesson. What is the importance of Himalayas? So that there are three importance which is given in your book. We will deal with them one by one. The Himalayas act as a natural barrier for our country in the north. They protect our country from the possible attacks by the other neighboring countries. So, in the first point, the Himalayas is acting as a natural barrier or a natural boundary. We also have boundary around our house that is protecting us from many things. In the same way, India has a natural boundary which is the Himalayas, and that is protecting us from the attacks of the neighboring countries. As we all know, India is surrounded by many neighboring countries. So this Himalaya is protecting us from the attacks of the neighboring countries. Second is, the water from the perennial rivers is used for the irrigation and producing electricity. So we have also studied that Himalayas are a source that provide water to the perennial rivers. So perennial, like we have already discussed, are those rivers whose water does not dry up. So they have water throughout the year. So the water from the mountains or the water from the Himalayas is used to irrigate our plants and our crops, and it also helps in the generation of electricity. Third and the last importance is, the Himalayan forests are home to a number of rare species of the wild animals like snow leopard, blue sheep and musk deer. Since we know that the slopes are covered with so many trees and forests, these forests are providing a home and shelter to special varieties of wild animals like snow leopard, blue sheep and musk deer. So this was the importance of Himalayas, that they act as a natural barrier. It provides safety to our country. Second is that it provides water and it helps in generation of electricity. And third, that it is a home to many special species of wild animals. Now we will read about the life in the mountain. The Himalayas pass through a number of Indian states like Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Western and Northern Uttar Pradesh and the states of Northeast. Let us discuss them in detail. So, as we all know, many of our states, Indian states, fall in the Himalayan region. States like Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Western and Northern Uttar Pradesh and states of Northeast all fall in the Himalayan region, or Himalayas pass through these states. Now we will study about each state in detail. The first state is Jammu and Kashmir. What is the location of Jammu and Kashmir? Jammu and Kashmir is the northernmost state of India. It is surrounded by Himachal Pradesh and Punjab in the south, Pakistan in the southwest, and Afghanistan and China in the north. Its summer capital is Srinagar and winter capital is Jammu. So, Jammu and Kashmir, it lies on the northernmost part of India towards the north side, and it is surrounded by Himachal Pradesh and Punjab in the south, Pakistan in the southwest, Afghanistan and China are present on the northern side, and Jammu and Kashmir has two capitals. Its summer capital is Srinagar and winter capital is Jammu. Next, we will read about the rivers. So there are three total rivers which flow through Jammu and Kashmir. They are Chenab, Jhelum and Indus. the names of these rivers are important, and like I have underlined, you will also underline the names of these rivers. Now we will move to languages. The languages which are spoken here in Jammu and Kashmir are Kashmiri, Dogri, Urdu, Pashto, Dadri, Pahari, Hindi and Punjabi. So these are the languages which are spoken by men and women of Jammu and Kashmir, but the Urdu is the official language of Jammu and Kashmir. Now we will read about good to know. The Himalayan mountains were formed about 70 million years ago when two plates of the earth collided with each other. So the Himalayan mountains, how were the Himalayas formed? The Himalayas was formed when two plates of the earth, when two plates they collided, they got they somehow collided with each other, and that is why the Himalayas mountain they came into existence. Now this is the location of Jammu and Kashmir. As you can see on the northernmost side, we can see Jammu and Kashmir is there, and as we will move towards down, we will see Punjab and Himachal Pradesh are on the south part of Jammu and Kashmir, and Pakistan is on the southwest side. Afghanistan and China are on the north. So this is the location of Jammu and Kashmir. Now we will read about the traditional dress of Jammu and Kashmir. Men as well as women wear firan and salwar. Some men also wear churidar with firan. Men also wear Pathani suits. Kashmiri women wear heavy silver jewelry. So what is the traditional dress of Jammu and Kashmir? They wear firan, which is a loosely fitted garment which is worn on the top, and people wear salwar or churidar pajama on the bottom. So firan is worn both by men and women, and some men also wear Pathani suit, and women they wear heavy silver jewelry made from silver. Next we will read about the dance and music. Rauf and Wagi Nachun are popular Kashmiri folk dances. The Raul and Dogri are popular folk dances that are performed by Kashmiri women. So Rauf and Wagi Nachun are some popular folk dances, and Raul and Dogri are performed by the Kashmiri women. These are the important names of the folk dances which is performed by the people of Jammu and Kashmir. Next we will read about the fairs and festivals. So Eid, Urs at Khaneka and at Charare Sharif or Charare Sharif. In the plains of Jammu, Lohri, Baisakhi, Diwali, Jammu Crafts Mela and Bahu Mela are the other fairs and festivals. So here also people celebrate different festivals, and fairs are also held at Jammu and Kashmir. Eid and Urus at Khaneka and at Charare Sharif, these are the different festivals, annual festivals which is celebrated in order to commemorate or to celebrate the death anniversary of their important Sufi saints. So this is celebrated to honor the Sufi saints. And in the plains of Jammu, people also celebrate other festivals like Lohri, Baisakhi, Diwali, and some fairs are also held like Jammu Crafts Mela and Bahu Mela. Now we will read about the occupation or the job people do over there. So agriculture and livestock rearing, sheep, goats, yak and ponies are the main occupation. Terrace farming is widely practiced. Rice, wheat, maize, pulses, tobacco, barley, and saffron are the chief crops. Fruit cultivation is an important source of wealth for the state. Fruit orchards are found in plenty in the valleys. So, people practice agriculture and livestock rearing. Livestock rearing means rearing of animals for their produce, different produce. And the animals like sheep, goat, yak, and ponies are the animals which the people rear in Jammu and Kashmir. Then terrace farming is widely practiced over here. Now, what is terrace farming? Actually, since people over there are living in mountains, so they don't have plain area for the agricultural activities. So they make steps or stair like things on the mountain slopes, and there they cultivate their crops. So that is only the terrace farming. And people grow crops like rice, wheat, maize, pulses, tobacco, barley, and saffron. These are the chief crops which are grown by the people of Jammu and Kashmir. And fruit cultivation is very important for the Jammu and Kashmir, and it is an important source of wealth for the state. So, a lot of money to the state comes from the selling or the production of or the cultivation of fruit crops and fruit orchards. So, many orchards are also there in the valleys of Jammu and Kashmir. Now, we will read about the art and craft. Silk weaving, woolen shawls, carpet weaving, wood carving, paper mache, basket making, sports good, along with silver, brass, and copper work are some of the main art and craft industries. So, some of the main art and craft industries of Jammu and Kashmir are silk weaving, so they weave silk, wood carving, so they carve items made from the wood, paper mache, basket making, and sports good like willow bats, and silver and brass work is also done here. Paper mache is nothing but a technique where paper and glue are mixed to make items like boxes, trays, and ornaments. So, these are the art and craft done by the people of Jammu and Kashmir. Lastly, we will read about the tourism. Gulmarg, Sonmarg, Pahalgam, Verinag, Dal Lake, Buller Lake, Amarnath Caves, and Hazrat Bal are some of the popular tourist destinations. Kashmir is also famous for its Mughal gardens like Shalimar Bagh and Nishat Bagh. So, tourism, many beautiful and scenic tourist spots are there present in Jammu and Kashmir, like Gulmarg, Sonmarg, Pahalgam. These are some important tourist attractions, and people from all over the world come to visit this place. And Kashmir is also famous for its Mughal Bagh or gardens like Shalimar Bagh and Nishat Bagh. So all the lines which are important I have already underlined. You will also underline it in your books. And with this we come to an end of today's session. So you will keep reading your chapter, and if you have any doubt you can message me. So now I am showing you a picture of terrace farming, how the people who live in mountains do agricultural activities. So they make steps. These are the steps or stair like things on the slopes of mountains, and here they practice their agriculture. This is a firan. Firan is a loose garment which is worn both by men and women. And this is paper mache, where you make things out of paper and glue when it is mixed together. So here, as you can see, they have made these can be called as pots only. So these are the small pots or bowl-like things which are made from paper and glue. So I will see you now in my next video. Thank you, children.